What's up, guys? This is Schusterick. We're at the 2025 United States Disc Golf Championship. I'm going to do a quick in the bag video for you. First note I should say is my bag is never this organized. It's only organized for the video. So we're going to talk real quick about drivers. There's a lot of driver shots out here at the Winthrop University United States Disc Golf Championship course. One of the main drivers that I throw is going to be a D3. I've got two different D3s in my bag. I pulled this one right off the shelf before I came out to the tournament. It's a Luke Humphreys 500 plastic D3. It's got a really nice dome. It's got a good stability. Slide hyzer will go straight. Thrown flat, it'll actually turn over just a little bit. It's really easy to control. There's a lot of 400 plus controlled shots out at Winthrop. So this is one of the main discs that I'm going to throw. And then this is an older 400G D3. I've had this for a really long time. It's got the old Airborne Minnesota stamp on it. This one's pretty nice for forehand or something that I need to hold a longer turnover. So if I'm trying to land flat or get around a corner, slide hyzer, flip up, looking for max distance, I'm going to go for the 400G D3. My main driver this week will most likely be this 500 plastic G3. Then I've got a lot more, few overstable options. So I have a new 750 Glimmer D2. This thing is great for headwinds, really overstable, something that just needs to go up, have a little bit of glide and continue forward. I know it's going to be consistently overstable, good fade. This is the brand new one that came out just a few weeks ago. It's nice and stiff, so I know when it does get hot outside, it's still going to have a good grip. Got a 400G D1. This is from the club box a few quarters ago. It is super flat and insanely overstable. This thing is pretty much only for spike hyzer shots. It's got very little to almost no glide. I can throw it way out to the right, whether high or low, and I know that this thing is going to be coming back to the left. Not much skip because it almost comes in at a diagonal to the ground in spike hyzer. So second shot on hole 5, if I go up over the trees, trying to land in the fairway, I know that it's going to go up and come down pretty fast. I'd be lucky to throw this over 350 if I don't try to flex it. Then I've got two other discs that are kind of extras just in case I do either lose one or need a backup. I have a 400 plastic D3 that has a little bit less stability on it. It's a 168. It's kind of a backup for the gray 400G D3 just in case I need a driver and I lose a gray one. And this is a really old D3 that I had in my office that I felt was going to have a good stability. It's got an A4 stamp on it, and then it's got a bunch of other writing, testing how to write the name of certain discs before they sent into the PDGA, making sure that I didn't mess up how to write the names. So 400 D3, don't really throw it a whole lot, but have it in my bag for a backup. All right, next up we've got fairways and hybrids. I've got a 500 plastic F5. This one's pretty flat. It's pretty understable. I don't throw a whole lot of understables out there, understable discs out there at Winthrop. It's either a forehand, you can typically throw a hyzer to the basket or something that is more straight, but this F5 is kind of a good to have situation. I don't throw it a whole lot again at this specific course. Straight to understable. It's good to have just in case. My roller disc is an H7 500. It's really easy to throw flat or even slide hyzer, and this thing is going to flip all the way over. Second shot on hole 8 is a great shot that I'm going to be throwing the roller on. Second shot on hole 3 as well, trying to get around the Mando. Really easy to roll, nice and understable. The two fairways that I throw are a 750 Glimmer feedback. This one is super flat, really overstable. If it's windy, if I'm just looking for a nice spike hyzer shot, forehand flex, I'm going to be throwing the 750 Glimmer feedback. And then the main fairway that I throw is a 400G FX4 with the Waco commemorative stamp. This one's got a little bit of dome. I've been throwing it for a few weeks. And so it's got a nice straight, maybe slight understable type of stability to it. So this is a great disc for this type of course because you can get it to land flat. It doesn't have a whole lot of movement from left to right. Really been loving the FX4. I did have an FX3 in the bag, threw it in the water yesterday, and I need to add another one to my bag before the tournament starts. Next I have all my mid-ranges. My main mid-range that I'm going to be throwing out here, again, just as we're talking about drivers and fairways with more of a neutral stability, is a Reblend M4. This one's kind of cool. It's got the State Farm stamp on it, which we ran for a local State Farm agency back in Georgia. This one's got just a little bit of dome and a really good kind of neutral stability. I can throw it slightly flat. I know it's not going to turn over and burn. If I throw it slide hyzer, it goes really, really straight. So this one is a great neutral stability Reblend M4. Again, I'm going to be throwing this a majority of the time because there's really not a whole lot of hard left or hard right shots. You need to really land flat a lot of the time on the course. My second most thrown mid-range is this brand new 750 Glimmer Archive. This disc flies amazing. I wish there were more shots to throw it out at this course. I throw it on a few tee shots, like hole 6 off the tee. I can throw this thing a little flat or even turned over slightly, and it still will flex and come back more on the gentle side. So if I'm looking for something that has the stability of a fairway driver, but I don't need to go as far, this Archive is going to be what I'm going to end up throwing. A little bit of wind, a little bit of headwind left to right. I know that this is not going to just turn over at all. It's really holds up pretty strong if it gets windy out there. Really consistent. Really love throwing this disc. There's not a bunch of places to throw it. So yeah, one of my favorite ones I think a lot of people should try out, 750 Glimmer Archive. Two mid-ranges that I have on the different side of stability is the brand new M5 and the MX1. MX1 being extremely overstable. There are some shots out here where you need to throw kind of a standstill forehand, or if it gets really windy and you need an approach disc to kind of stay low to the ground and not carry or have a whole lot of glide. The MX1 for me is that disc. It's kind of taken over like a slot of A2 or A3. The MX1 kind of just does everything. It's really overstable, great for forehand, approach discs, things like that. Then I have the M5. The M5 is brand new. It releases to the public near Black Friday. It's very straight, slightly understable. I don't throw it a lot on this course because you don't need a lot of understable discs. But I might throw it on hole 1. There might be a couple other approaches where you need just a longer putter type approach, and so the M5 is really easy to control on a slower speed and land flat or on a left to right type of movement. So the M5 is something I'm going to keep in my bag just for that type of shot. My two approach discs that I have are the A5. I have one that's probably the oldest disc in my bag. Looks like a waffle on top. It's a 300 soft A5. This thing is essentially almost like an A7. This thing is somewhat understable, out of your hand. If I threw a turnover, it would actually turn. But it's great for short forehand approach shots. I can throw it on a pretty steep hyzer, and it just has a slow kind of flip up to flat with a really gentle fade. It's so beat up, but the straightness of the A5 just kind of makes it perfect for those shorter forehand approach shots. And then I have a A5 in 400 plastic with a pretty cool gold glimmer to it. It's something that we are kind of testing out, seeing how it looks. This is kind of a brand new disc into my bag. I've been throwing the A5 a lot, but this specific A5 is brand new. This is one of the best discs that we make. Somebody should definitely try one of these out. It's got a nice overstable but almost neutral type of stability, which is there's a lot of shots out here, either approach for forehand or backhand. Doesn't skip a lot either. It's got a lower profile. So the A5 comes in handy a lot whenever out at Winthrop. A couple putters that I have in my bag that I'm throwing. The first one is this 750 Spectrum PA5. I throw this a lot on my upshots. If there's anything in the middle of the fairway, off the tee box on hole 7, this thing just goes super straight. Has a really, really late flip to it, so I can throw this thing decently hard with a good bit of hyzer, and it's gonna flip up 250, 300 feet down the fairways and land pretty flat. So this is my main throwing putter. I've got a really beat up 300 fractal PA5. This one is going to be the most understable disc in my bag. So it's always nice for kind of those specialty shots where you need to go left to right, and it's really not going to have any fade back at all. So really short approach shots that I need to land flat. No wind. I don't throw this hard off the tee box at all, but it's a great disc to have whenever you need something really unstable. And then I keep 2 PA3s. I've been really loving the 750 Glow PA3. It's got a good stability. Again, doesn't really turn over hard. It's got really straight neutral stability with a really soft, gentle fade. And then maybe my second most known putter would be this gray PA3 300 soft. It's got a good grip, really nice for even when it does get hot out. I like to be able to grab onto the disc pretty well with this soft plastic. This one's good. If it's a little windy on hole 7, I'll end up throwing it. Or if I need more of a gentle right to left up shot with the fan grip type of approach, then I'd end up throwing a 300 soft PA3. Then my actual putters that I use for putting, I've used the PA5 for quite some time. I use the old 350G, which is now 300 firm plastic. But I've just really loved the stability of the PA5 for putting with it. It's really easy and smooth to get a longer distance when putting. And so the PA5 to me has been a great putter because it's really easy to just smooth and get it to 25, 35 feet. I don't have to feel like I'm putting it really hard to get to the chains. If it gets really windy out, it's possible that I'll switch to PA3. PA5 has been my favorite putter for the last couple years in firm plastic, so when it does get hot outside, I still have a grip. I don't like it to be soft in my hands whenever I'm putting. I want to have a nice tacky feel to it. So 350G or 300 firm is what I thought was. All right, guys, that's in the bag for 2025 United States Disc Golf Championship. Thanks for watching. Make sure to watch live coverage on Disc Golf Network, and I'll see you guys up there on the course.